Hey y'all, welcome back to MovementLink. So I'm continuing the conversation about the dumbbell snatch. Usually these show up in workouts as an alternating snatch, but regardless of how it shows up, I just want to talk about a little bit of leverage that we can get down at the bottom that really makes a big difference in how efficient you are with the snatch. So just to show you a few reps, the dumbbell snatch is just going to start with both heads of the dumbbell. Typically that's the rule, is both heads of the dumbbell have to touch the ground. Usually if it's a clean or a deadlift, it's only one head of the dumbbell that needs to touch the ground. But with the snatch, especially with one, it's usually both heads. So what it is we're going to drive that dumbbell up, straight overhead, and then we're going to come back down. Sometimes we have to alternate, sometimes not. Most of the time you have your choice of a muscle snatch, where I just kind of, like a kettlebell swing, jump it up and then pull it the rest of the way. And then you have your choice of a power snatch, where you catch it in that partial squat and then stand up with it. So the key I want to talk about here is where that dumbbell is. And notice how I put it back behind me a little bit. So think about the kettlebell swing. And we don't come down in a kettlebell swing and leave the kettlebell in front of us. We let it swing way back behind us so we get all that leverage to come out. So what I see so many people do with the dumbbell snatch is they leave it out in front of them, and they always mess up their thinking, and they try and mimic things with a barbell too much. And the reason we do so many things, or the way we do with a barbell, is because it's a barbell and we get kind of trapped. It can't go between our legs, and we just have certain limitations with it. But whenever we can, it's so, especially as we're trying to get power and driving it up, the more we can kind of get that thing back, and of course we can go too far back too, but we're trying to get that really good leverage back behind us. So what we're looking for, and what I like to do, is I like to set it up with that front head of the dumbbell about even with my ankles. So now as I bend down, that looks a lot more like when I'm in a kettlebell swing position. And now when I come up, I can get that real big whip on it. And as I go down, I'm trying to touch the ground back behind instead of coming out in front and losing all of that leverage. So as you're doing, and if you're switching hands, it would be the exact same thing. So as you're doing your dumbbell snatches, and as you're trying to tap the ground, try and make sure you're just tapping it a little further back to give you better leverage. Play around with it. Do some reps with it out in front. Do some reps with it between your legs so you can really feel the difference. The cool thing about this one is you'll feel it immediately. Hope that helps. Talk to y'all soon.